Really appreciate it. This is the pre-match press conference for Jamaica against the United States, first leg of the quarterfinals of the Nations League. Appreciate your support despite the inclement weather that we've had recently as well. Your presence here as well, punctually, greatly appreciated. So to my immediate left, we have the head coach of the Jamaica Senior Men's National Team, Coach Steve McClaren, and to his immediate left as well, Isaac Hayden, Reggae Boys midfielder. Before we open the floor for some questions, we just want to have a few opening remarks from our head coach McClaren before we get into the questions. Coach?
Okay, I think the first is quite a sad note in the fact that the passing of Miss Ivy, a favourite amongst the staff at the JFF. She will be sadly missed, and I will miss my coffee because she gave me the coffee on every press conference at the beginning when I came over. Beautiful woman. Condolences to her family, and so we're really sad about that. I'd like to commemorate that. The game, we're really looking forward to. The main goal was to get out the group and was to get to this stage, which gives us an opportunity to play against a big team. And there's no bigger team than the USA, with a new coach, world-class coach, good players. This is a step up and a test really for how far we've come and where we need to get to. So we're looking forward to that. The majority of the squad have arrived, apart from Mikel Antonio, who has a suspension for one game, and we're hoping to get him for the second game. And Ethan Pinnock, who picked up a knock at the weekend on his hip. He's under medical treatment with his club, having to have scans. We're constantly in contact with him every day. And we're hoping that at some stage, maybe not for this game, but for the second game, he can come and join us. Bobby Reid is missing. His wife has just given birth to a baby son. So congratulations also to him, his wife and family. And we're looking forward to the game, and I'm looking forward to and be working with Isaac for 2-3 days now, and it was great to get him over. The commitment that he showed to do that, taking the responsibility of coming over himself. We've got to thank the JFF, the president, Roy Simpson, all those involved in making sure that Isaac could join us earlier and get the experience of the camp, where the goal, as always, is World Cup qualification, and this is just a stepping stone to increasing and developing and broadening the squad. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Coach. We'll now open the floor for questions. Daniel, do you want to kick us off?
All right, Coach. In terms of your messaging to the players over the last 4 games, you said that you wanted them to be brave in possession. Knowing that we are playing against a tough CONCACAF team in USA, is it the same message, or is it more of an adaptation where you say let's suffer out of position a bit and try to catch them on the counter, that type of thing?
I think there are exactly 2 words or 2 statements that we've made to the team is adaptability. This is a different opponent, and I've watched the games previous, especially the last one, and I don't know what the possession stats were, but not very high for Jamaica. But that doesn't mean that you don't win football matches that way, and very close to doing that. So we have to adapt every game to what we're doing, and I have to as well, because the CONCACAF is different. Isaac will find that out. You know, playing Honduras, playing Nicaragua, playing Cuba, now USA will be totally different. I think you have your own principles, but you also have to adapt, but stick to what you do. And one of them is exactly being difficult, hard to beat. But the other message is we have to be better on the ball. We have to deal with the ball better. We have to make sure that we have the belief, the confidence and bravery especially. And when I looked at the last game, the US came very close. You know, the only thing, I was talking to Meron and people who were involved, players involved in that yes, was good, but we needed to keep the ball better because all the chances were for the USA was transitions when Jamaica gave the ball away. So we have to be careful of that.
Yeah, in terms of the wide position, you were impressed with Cephas and Norman Campbell and Kaheem Dixon's cameo against Honduras in the last game. Does that kind of signify the type of importance in tomorrow's game that Leon will have, knowing the quality that he brings to that position?
You know, I think when I look at the squad and the talent that we've got, it's one of the reasons why I came here, because of the talent. And we've got talent in wide areas, very good. We already knew about Kaheem, we already knew about Leon and Damari, Cephas. It's great. We've introduced Norman Campbell as well. So we have also Tyreek McGee, who can play in that area, wide on the right. We have good wide plays. We have good speed, athleticism. That's one of our strengths, and that is something that I know. It's no secret. That's something which, you know, I'm positive the USA will look at and know a lot from the last game. So we need to use that. We need to adapt. We need to defend very well. We know that. We need to be organised. We need to be very good on transition and very good with the ball.
All right, thanks very much, Daniel. Jordan?
Good day, Coach. Question to Isaac. Isaac, we're just wondering if you have been watching Jamaican football, you know, if you have been keeping tabs on the national team, and wondering what can you offer to this midfield if you know that we're having midfield problems. So, wondering what kind of player are you and what can you offer to this team?
Yeah, first of all, fantastic to be here. I have been watching a lot of the games. I've been in contact with the coach now for a little while, obviously talking about things and how I can help the team. I think, you know, if people have watched me play, they'll know that I'm a highly committed player. Obviously defensively, probably stronger than going forwards. But I think it's, you know, creating that balance between attack and defence is probably my best attribute of the game. Making sure that rest defence is good, turnovers, duels, making sure that defensively we're as solid as possible, and then it gives the chance, like the coach has said, the attacking players that we've got in the team to do the damage. As I said, it's been a long time coming. It's been something that, you know, I've spoken to the previous coach about. Didn't feel that it was quite ready for me. I had a couple of bad injuries a couple of years ago, so international football at that stage was not really something that I thought was possible. Now I'm over the injuries, and I'm, you know, as match fit as I can be, considering the game time that I've had so far. You know, I feel ready and feel good to contribute.
Question to Coach. Coach, what do you think that Hayden can offer to this team, and how much of a pull was it that you are already aware of his talent?
Yeah,
At the time at Newcastle.
Yeah, I knew Isaac for many years. Tremendous talent, and his move to Newcastle was, I thought, an excellent move for him, which it was initially. But unfortunately, as with all footballers, when you get injuries, it can curtail the momentum in your career, can stall it a bit, and that's what's happened. He's fought for 2 or 3 years to get back to the level that he was, and we're hoping to add Jamaica to that stepping stone, that he's able to put himself forward onto a platform in which it's possible that he can play international football, different experience, unique experience, but also one in which, you know, our target is the qualification for the World Cup. To play in a World Cup must be a dream for every player.
One more question, Coach. One more question. What do you know about the mentality of this crop that you have here? What have you learned about them?
The group?
As it relates to the mentality.
Yeah, the group is, they're a great group. Isaac he's come in, and yeah, as someone said to me this morning, the vibe is very good, and it is, and that's what I like. The energy in the room, the attitude of the players. You know, we put ourselves under severe pressure by not beating Cuba here, which we should have done, And then we had to win in Honduras. We had to draw against Honduras here. We had to win in Nicaragua, which is always difficult. So the players have shown that, they've got that mentality to win games and different ways to win games. That's important. We'll need all them ingredients against a very, very good and very strong USA team.
Thanks, Jordan. Matthew? All right, Daniel, Jared, anything from you?
My question is to Isaac. How are you assimilating in the current squad? What's it like being around the gentlemen around you?
It's been really, really good. Everyone's been so welcoming, not just the players, the staff. Obviously I know a lot of the players already that I've either played with before or I've played against. Coming in on the flight, even with Leon Bailey, having discussions about the history of Jamaica team and what it's been like before was really, really helpful. And as I said, it's been a really good couple of days. Obviously the most important things are the games. So as I said, everyone's just looking forward to tomorrow now and hopefully putting on a good performance and getting a good start in the 2 games.
Thank you, Daniel. Eddie?
Morning, coach. This US team still in transition and new coach with Pochettino. You're aware of his work. Do you think you have some form of advantage or benefit knowing that you know the coach?
I don't think so. It's normally not coach against coach. It's 11 against 11, and the bench you make a difference. So I don't think that will be. You're absolutely right. He's just taken over. He's in transition. I'm probably in the same situation as well. And we're both searching for the right team and the right balance and the right formula. As I say, over 4 games we've had, I don't think I found it yet. I still think we've a long way to go. But I'm so encouraged by what I've seen over the 4 games that I'm excited about the future. And we got through the group, and we wanted a big game, an exciting game. And as I said before, there's none bigger than the USA.
Any follow-up, Eddie? All right, Livy?
Yes, Coach. You were mentioning something similar to what I was going to ask. Based on your progression to this point, basically, what are you expecting from the Jamaica team tomorrow? And any concerns you have with the team in particular going into that game?
Obviously, I think the main thing is that we know we've got talent, we know we've got potential. I think the key thing, and we've talked a lot about it from day one, is consistency. So that we don't see one Jamaica one game and then another type of Jamaica the next game. We need to be consistent in what we do, in our principles, in our rules, in the way that we work, in the way that we train. And with that consistency will come consistency of performance. And that's how you progress and get better. And that's how we will qualify for the World Cup, by being more consistent. Yes, adding to the quality of the squad, but also maintaining the attitude, the vibe, as they say, the togetherness of the team. That's the most important thing.
Isaac, what is your expectation of yourself as you join up with the Record Boys and look forward to your first game?
I think just do my best. As I said, I'm a fully committed player. Anyone that knows me or seen me play knows that I'm a highly committed player and someone that gives 110% every moment of every game, every training session. I always want to win. So I think the main thing for me, being my first camp, is obviously I'm settling in really well. Like the coach has mentioned, the long-term aim of this situation is to try and get to the World Cup. Obviously we've got 2 massive games coming up, and I think it's just for me to bed in, contribute as much as I can, however many minutes that is, and give 110% and see where that takes us.
Jamaica have been courting you for some time. What gave you the push this time around?
I think, as I said, speaking to the coach and what he's trying to do with the team going forwards, and I think my family was a big part. My dad is born in Jamaica. He left when he was a young boy, but he's still got massive roots to Jamaica, and I think he was big in convincing me or saying to me that, look, I think this is something that you should do, and it's a very proud moment for him. And as I said, I think it's one of those opportunities where it's too good to turn down, to try and help build a legacy for Jamaica, help encourage the younger players that are coming through, try and be a role model for them. And as I said, reaching the World Cup is obviously the ultimate game for this country.
Just one more for Coach. How you see this USA team? How you plan to approach the game in a particular way to get the result you need tomorrow?
Yeah, same as we approach every game. Be organised, be hard to beat, be good on the ball, good in possession. And this game, when I see USA, I see us. It could be a transition game, and we have to transition better than they do. So we have to defend well. So that's what I see. Tough game, good players they've got. They're playing around Europe, top leagues, in Italy, top 5 teams. So this is, as always, not going to be easy. But this is why you're in football, for a test like this. So it's a gauge as to where are we at this present moment. And after the game tomorrow night, we'll know a lot more than we did before.
Fans weren't too happy for the last 2 home results. Can we deliver tonight? Are you confident that we can deliver tomorrow night?
Yeah, we're also, we liked the Cuba game without getting the goals. The Honduras game was a strange game. It was as if both teams were happy with the draw because of the result of the other game. So that was a strange game, and this is going to be totally different. But you're absolutely right. The key thing is that we try and make what people say is this is the office again. So people will fear coming here.
Thanks, Livy. Mr. Blake.
Morning, Coach. Morning, Isaac. Morning, Blake. Cataract. All the shirts and trade you in sports. First question, Coach, to you. The significance of this game, Jamaica versus USA, what we the fans call the Pizza Derby. Many Jamaicans overseas, in the United States and here. We're very proud of our island. Are you aware of the importance of the rivalry between the USA and Jamaica? One, and they've been at the, let's say, the lucky end of some dubious decisions in the past. Phantom penalty in '98 coming right up to getting away in the last minute of the game in the last Nations League. How would you get us across the line, and are you aware of the intense rivalry between Jamaica and USA?
I think so. I hope the players obviously know it more than I do, and the fans also, and that's very important. The fans are going to be so big for us tomorrow. However we play, whatever we do, they've got to be our 12th man and help us create the office, as they say. So we're well aware of that, and talking to the players, they know what they have to do. They know how tough this game will be, and during the game, 90 minutes, whatever it is about the players, not about the coaches. They have to perform, and they have to have the will and the want to win, and I'm positive our guys will want that.
And a question to Isaac, and the coach. We've been, the CDM position has been our Achilles heel for a long time. We've been searching for a replacement for Anthony Grant and number 6 for true CDM, so we're happy that you've been able to recruit Isaac. Could you tell us what you see in him as a CDM, what qualities he brings, and Isaac, could you tell us what kind of CDM? Are you that dog, are you that fighter, leave everything on the field? Do you still have that in you, as you did back in your younger Arsenal days coming through, or are you a more finesse kind of CDM? Let the fans know, please.
Go on.
I'll answer that first.
Please.
I think it doesn't matter how old you get. I've still got that dog in me. I'm a fighter. I give everything from minute 0 to minute 100 if it's that long. That's always going to be in me. It's never going to leave me. obviously as you get older, you learn the game a little bit more. You can read the game a bit better than you do when you're a younger age. But no, the duels, the physicality, that's still my game. Obviously on the ball, I've certainly improved to be a bit more of a controller. But as I said, the defensive side of my game, that's me.
Coach, you want to see what you saw technically in Isaac that he would bring to the number 6 position and your overall strategy as a coach?
Yeah, I mean, looking from afar, I've followed Isaac's career, and as you say, from the Arsenal days and all the way through. And a player with great talent, and as I say, unfortunate to get injuries, which can curtail a career. But at the age now, the game becomes not easy, but you start to read it better, use your experience more, and that's what we need. We need someone who is an expert in that position. And I think that person, that midfield, what we're trying to do, and we haven't quite got it at the present moment, is that link from the back to the front, which is probably one of the reasons why we're not creating enough. So that's one of the responsibilities when Isaac plays, is to create that link from the back to the front, to have the ability to receive the ball with 1 the back to goal, 2 facing the goal, 3 side on, get out of tight areas. We know the defensive side. We know that he's smart. Interceptions are key. But like I said, we've come full circle. Dealing with the ball is one of our major goals with this team. So everybody, by the time next year comes around and World Cup qualification, we want everybody in the team who are able to deal with the ball, take the ball. That's the goalkeeper, all the way through the bench. And we're starting to build that, but we've still got a long way to go.
MG?
And just to connect to the fans in Jamaica, could you tell us where your father is from, where in Jamaica you have your roots?
Yeah, St. Catherine was where my father was from, and then they said both my grandparents on that side were also born in Jamaica. So yeah, it's a long line of heritage there.
MG?
MG Sports here. Coach, for the many years the USA team have gotten better was in many different facets. A big part of that is the mentality. Even though sometimes they put out not the strongest team and we have our strongest team on the pitch, they still will get that edge over us. 1 or 2 times in recent history would have gotten a good game or so from them and would have gotten the result on our side. But the majority of the time it's on their side, despite the squad that they put out. As a coach of the team, how important is it for you to evaluate these players mentally and also getting someone, a specialist in that specific area, to evaluate the players being in and around the squad, just to analyze and see how best they can assist in getting the players over the line?
Yeah, good question. You're absolutely right. In terms of when we came here and you see the talent on the field, and you see why we're striving for consistency. Consistency is about mentality. Mentality is about coming to the camp. It's about coming on time. It's about intense training. It's about competition. It's about every day displaying how good a player you are and the mentality. And it's about the ups and the downs. That's what resilience is about, and strong mentality. You build that, it grows. And you're absolutely right. This USA team have always got the better. And that can take you one way or the other. It can make you say, learn from that and come back stronger next time, or no belief, no confidence. We're not playing these, we never win against these, we never do that. We don't want that attitude. Okay, if we lose, no problem. They were that close the last time, so they're getting closer, and it's only a matter of time. As long as we keep belief and confidence, and not look at the opponent with fear, look at the opponent as a challenge. So I hope that's what the players tomorrow will look at the USA. What a challenge this game is. That's what football's all about. Because once you've got fear, you get inconsistency.
Garfield, lastly.
Morning, coach. A couple of changes from the last couple of games. Bobby out, Leon back, Shamar back. How much will that influence, 1, your starting 11, 2, your approach to the game tomorrow?
Oh, massively. You know, I think we've introduced certain players. Norman Campbell, Tyreek McGee, done really well. Give us food for thought. We'll miss Mikel because he's kind of our talisman, our focal point up there. We'll miss him. We'll miss Ethan for the first leg, but it's an opportunity for other players to come in. And everybody's a leader out there, and that's what we need tomorrow. We need, I think the last question was right, strong mentality to win the game. More than probably talent, more than anything. But we need to be flexible, we need to be adaptable, and we need to, we need to try things as well. And that's all towards the goal of World Cup 26. So this is a journey, and this is just a process, and it's another step.
All right, thank you very much, everybody. We really appreciate it. The players are getting their strappings now. What we kindly ask, wait in the tunnel until the CONCACAF officials calls members of the media. Thank you.
Thank you.